Okay, so how should we start this? Should I start it with asking how should we start this? Hi. We're gonna go over each intro that was in the announcements real quick. So the first one that we really made that was really well done was the Third Rock intro right here. It starts off with just
shots around the school, pretty generic shots, modeled after the TV show 30 Rock, obviously.
we went through, got a bunch of pictures of the school, and as you can see around here, each one of these green things, this is a nest, and if I open this up, it's actually a couple of layers within one layer. Inside each one of these green things is the person, the title that comes sliding along, as well as the images at the bottom. We green screened them out by applying multiple different green screen layers, because if we didn't have some of these, if I turned some of these off, you can see that there's still, even with the other two on, we still have some specks here and there, so I went through, added multiple different layers, and now you know why we have the green screen as a background, but we never key it out, because it takes a while to do it, and we had to go through and do that for each and every character. The text slide, it's just a quick little animation.
Slide in, slide out, keyframe it.
The transition between each one is just a simple preset.
Push. Cube flip.
It's just a cube flip between the two things.
Each person would have like their own time on it, and it's very important to do that so that you don't like
want to
cheat people out of screen time.
We want to be fair to each person. The background music was made by, I'm pretty sure, the Third Hour class.
I believe so.
And then this was put together by Jordan. The little
Hornet Studios.
Hornet Studios.
Modeled after how the TV show does 30 Rockefeller.
And then this little VC thing, I just copied it off of the 30 Rock intro, and this became the logo that we went for the other intros. And I will go ahead and open up the triangle one now. This intro took the most amount of time to work on. I worked on this like several days in a row. It took forever, and as you can tell, it's still loading it. This took forever to make. So again, with the sequences, as you can tell, there's a lot more. This time they're all stacked on top of each other, because at the end it's showing each and every single person, where at the beginning it's just a few, so that's why it's like that. I took the intro song, just the end of it, and each person, again, these are nests. If I open one up, you can see it's the full image. Then it goes to the purple, which I just went over to color, and then I set the color of the background. It doesn't match. It actually doesn't match the color in the background, but nobody noticed and nobody complained about it, so. And then I did a crop of each one of these to make it fit in the triangle. So each person was in a triangle, and that took several hours, because as right now, it's taking forever to load some of them. That's why this mainly took so long, because we do have like really good technology, but us editors here, really push it to its limits, especially with the one that Jordan made. Jordan, want to talk about yours?
Okay, so I did the black and white intro, which is my personal favorite, probably because of the style that I put into it. I modeled it after the song Bad Apple. That is not the song we actually used in it for numerous reasons. Instead, we have something more groovy, more jivey, lively. If you go into here, you can see like how I did all this. These two are both green screened out, and as you can see, it's kind of a little fuzzy up here, but it's almost impossible to get all of it, so.
We don't green screen. I'm sorry, we don't.
Yeah. And basically what I did was just, you take the one on the left who's in the black, you want to make sure that they're white. So like this one with Kaylee, if you turn down the saturation, the lightness, and things like that, it doesn't matter how high your hue transformation is, it's gonna look weird. So you change the lightness up to 100, that way they're looking the way they should. Basically I just took this and dropped the lightness to 0, well, negative 100. 0 is what it's normally at, so there's Joey and all of his Joey-ness. So you take it to negative 100, and they're black now.
The one that I did for Jordan, of myself, the little change to, I basically just took those presets and then flipped it for when the colors changed, and if you may have noticed, this hoodie I wear all the time has green on it, so I had to keyframe in a little mask to hide that, and also the mouth is just a little mask that I made, just put it on there. It's just a color matte that I cropped out, and also this shot is a reference to Bad Apples,
The song that we used in this.
the song that was originally used.
And over here with Mr. Sharvett himself, nothing fancy with the Batman symbol. I just animated it so that it would move with the grooving of his body. It's not entirely synced, so as you can see, it's like on his shoulder,
But it's so short. This is an important thing for other editors out there. If there's like a little mistake for like a few frames, who cares?
you have to keep in mind that one frame is 1/30th of a second. Most people cannot see that fast. In fact, almost no one can. So yeah, that's basically how it worked. I would have synced this up to the music a lot better than I did, but this was honestly rather rushed at the end because of the deadline needed to meet it. But yeah,
We also
this
had to change the music. We originally were going to use a cover of Bad Apple, but we were told we couldn't use it because it was anime music. So we replaced it with anime music. I'm going to end it with that. I think I just crashed it.
Rest in pieces.
Which
Well,
shot are we at?
I would talk about mine, but it's not done rendering.
Control delete that was. Sign out.
Pretty sure this is the part where Austin versus Premiere would take place.
If you don't know what that is, here it is.
Well, I could talk about like the importance of rendering your clips before you export them and making them look nice.
I mean, I don't.
Maybe that's why yours take forever to export, because if you render it beforehand, it goes a lot
Well, we
faster.
got a lot brighter.
We can just add like a dim to white transition. Or like one of those static screens and it's like technical difficulties. Groovy, yes, indeed. So I did the black and white intro, which is honestly my favorite because
Awesome.
I worked on it and
Jordan. Can you do me solid?
Michael,
They were filming!
I was trying to tell you, but you wouldn't listen to me.
We're gonna have a lot of bloopers.
I didn't know.
What do you want?
Can we just like publish just this entire video? Just this? Just
What do you
all
want,
the
real quick?
shenanigans.
A mistake for like a few frames. Who cares? There's a person dancing in the background. There's stuff like that like throughout all the announcements where just a couple of frames of like, why is that there? Just a couple of frames of just